Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another flip through. So, this is my November, December Fauxbonichi, and you've seen it a bazillion times. It's a chunky monkey, but it's all done. Well, you guys have already seen the first flip through in December, and I actually did every single page in December. Crazy, right? Yeah. I think I did every single page. I'm pretty sure I did anyway. So let's just get started, shall we? Okay. Let's see where I left off. I left off here. Okay, my pretty angel that I did, which was a tutorial on recycled parts for art. Jeri Bellini's YouTube. I will leave the link below. And then we'll move on. Okay. So I had said before, like, I have really enjoyed making this more like a junk journal type of book. I'm still using the composition book, but I'm making every page into some sort of pocket and using tags and whatnot for my my journaling. Okay, so part of the reason is it's super fun. It has literally made me fall in love with my journal again. Just doing something different, changing things up, it's really helped a lot. And also, the other reason I've started doing it this way is because my book was getting really rather fat. And so I needed to find creative ways so that I could, work on the left hand side of the page. So, anyhow, this was the 10th, it was a Monday. This is actually a paper that I received in a Christmas pack that I purchased from Brooke on ReCreationsbyBrooke from her Etsy, as well as these numbers. I love them. And let's see, yeah, I used this paper and glued it on the three sides to make a pocket for my journaling. And then this I got at Dollar Tree. These are just like mini muffin cups that I flatten out. And it's just a little cluster made onto a glassine bag that I sewed a zigzag stitch around first before gluing it down. This, of course, is just a piece of burlap ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. This little thing here, my kids, it's so funny because my kids know that I love to put things into my books. So we had gotten a fake tree, if you remember from last flip. We had gotten a fake tree, first one ever in all the years we've been together. And my daughter was not having it because, she likes the smell of a fresh tree and all that. So she brought out her wallflowers, the little plug-in thing, and it's fresh balsam. So she figured, well, since we don't have a real tree that smells like a real tree, so she put this thing in the wall so that the room could smell like a real tree. Okay, so let's see. In here, okay, wait. I think in here is just these. Yeah, that goes for the next page or whatever. Okay, so anyhow, I just make tags out of scrapbook paper. Sometimes I decorate this side of it, sometimes I don't. This one I did not, and I glued over the top of this a notepad paper. You guys know how much I love my notepads. And yeah, so this just talks about my day. Regular Monday, talked with my grandmother, I'm sure. Went for my walk, filmed my ramble session. Yep. Let's see. Oh, and then when I guess when I filmed the ramble session, I realized that there was some personal information on one of the pages. So I proceeded to attempt to learn how to blur out images, on the YouTube, like using the YouTube thing. Yeah. After a few hours, that didn't work out. So I ended up having to redo the whole thing. I had received a lovely Christmas gift from my good friend Linda, and that was really sweet. And my desk came, so yeah, I just couldn't wait for the boys to set that up. I was so thrilled. And let's see, Beauty Queen and I started decorating the tree this day. And yeah, I talked about the wallflower that she put in so that the room could smell like a real tree, even though we didn't have a real tree. And then this here is just I just ripped off part of the instruction manual for my new desk. And it just shows where I put stuff. Like my sewing machine is over here. My printer's in the corner. I have extra surface space over here, and then my yarn bin goes under here, and it's just working out famously. I love it. I love it. I love it when my husband gets me practical gifts that I can use, and I use it every single day. Okay, so let's see what's next. Okay, this day here, I actually went out and about, and this is a bag from McDonald's because I got a cheeky little cheeseburger while I was out. And let's see, you guys have seen this before. This is a picture of me with my brand new Converse on that my son got me for my birthday. And yeah, this was really quite funny. So I had to go to the store where he purchased them and exchange them because he didn't get me the right size, which is fine. And so I went back to the store, and thank goodness they had my size. So I picked those up, and I literally put them on as soon as I got into the car. And then as I was running my errands and such, I had to go to the grocery store. And so I parked way far away so I'd have extra time to walk in my new shoes. I know I'm a weirdo. Anywho. Okay, so on these, again, these are notepad papers that I just glued together to make my tags. And let's see. So yeah, it was a lot cooler out. So yeah, I actually wore long sleeves and jeans. Oh, that was another funny thing too about here. I have my boyfriend jeans on, and they are legit boyfriend jeans. I actually rescued them from my husband's Goodwill pile. Yeah, he was going to get rid of them. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can fit into those puppies. And I could. So I stole them. Yeah. And they're like my favorite pair of jeans. Of course, because they're my husband's, but they're also super cute. So anyhow, so I went ahead this day, I think, and yeah, I was out and about. I had to run a bunch of errands. And that's basically what my day was about. So, yeah. I had to go to the post office. I had to go to the shoe store. I had to pick up some Christmas gifts. Dollar Tree for stocking stuffers, Publix for groceries, McDonald's for my cheeky burger. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then when I got home, I noticed there was a box on my front porch, like directly in the sun. And when I picked it up and finally, noticed what it was my son's very expensive Christmas gift. So it all worked out fine, which I was glad about. This has to do with my daughter's school stuff. She is an English language arts teacher, and at this point in time, she was co-teaching with another teacher that decided to leave the school mid-year. So they were trying to decide what they were going to do and how they were going to work it out. Okay, so that's what that's about. But I love how this page came out. And this is just the McDonald's bag that I glued on the sides here so that there's a pocket here. Just put a little cluster here. It was cool out, so I got this cute little picture of a hot cocoa. This is from a Tim Holtz thing. Scrapbook paper. Brooke's beautiful stickers for the day and everything. Here is a Christmas card that I recycled. Inside I used notepad paper to do my journaling, and I'll just give you a quick flip. There it is. All of this is like personal journaling about things that were going on in my daughter's classroom at the time. Some other personal journaling here that I typed up. The background here is those Target gel crayons and with a baby wipe, and I love, they spread so nicely, and you can write right over top of them and everything. I love them, so they're super fun to use. Okay, and then this day here, this actually is a collage kind of piece. This is from a quilting magazine. These are my absolute favorite colors all around, all times of the year, but especially during Christmas. I love red, green, and gold. This is from a magazine clipping, and I just made a corner pocket right here, put some trim on it from the Dollar Tree, Brooke's stickers. So did that. I filmed more flips, finally sent out the last of my Christmas Happy Mail, so I was glad about that. Worked on some photo pages. Yeah. So did all that. I have some private journaling on the back of this card. And then let's see. And these are just like pieces from the scrapbook pad that I cut out and just attached some ribbon onto it. So, let's see. Yeah, a lot of highs and lows at work for Beauty Queen. So she really needed a rest. So she stayed home. Let's see, was this, yeah, a Thursday night. Usually she goes to her boyfriend's house on Thursday night. But she stayed home. So yeah. So that was that, and some just things that are going on with her in her classroom. And then this was a Friday. Excuse me. The background is just scrapbook paper. Again, Brooke's lovely numbers and day stamps that are stickers. You can get them from her Etsy store, I'm sure. Scrapbook paper that I made just into a little pocket. Again, scrapbook paper that I made into a tag. And yeah, so this was a Friday. Let me see. Still haven't figured out if we're going to head south today or tomorrow. I filmed more flip throughs. I worked on some Phobo pages. That took quite a while. Started printing out our family Christmas letter, which is right here. And yeah, used a ton of ink because my husband had bought me a new printer, and it just doesn't, the ink cartridges aren't as big. So yeah. Sunshine was going out with some co-workers for a retirement thing. Yeah, Big Handsome was in a lot of pain. Yeah. We just ended up staying home and deciding to leave. And we were looking forward to a 3-week vacation. Staycation, really. We were just going down to the Keys house. So that was that day. Then this day here, this is just like a little, tag that I attached in there. This is a magazine clipping because my husband had made some gingerbread cookies for me. He knows how much I love them. So he made me some to take down to the South House to have. This was a Saturday. Yeah, we just weren't in a huge hurry. So all 4 of us were actually at home this morning. So Big Handsome cooked us a yummy breakfast. And we just took our time to pack and everything. We went and we had a bank run and a Goodwill run. And headed to the hideaway. Yeah, and then we just relaxed the rest of this day. And yeah, Big Handsome didn't have to go back to work until a week after the new year. So we were really happy about that. Then on Sunday, it was nice and mild out. I worked mostly on getting my personal, like my Christmas letter out that day. So I brought all my stuff down, stuffing envelopes and getting them addressed and all that. So I spent a lot of time doing that. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, and I wrote about how like a lot of people just don't send out cards or letters anymore. I mean, I get some throughout the Christmas season still, but I guess, with social media and everybody, puts all their personal information all over Facebook or whatever. And, so maybe people just don't feel the need to send Christmas cards. So yeah, that makes me kind of sad. But this is the only time that I actually get to catch up on other people's lives because I don't have a personal Facebook page. So anywho, so that was that. Let's see. Okay, so I only got about half of my letters complete and ready to send out. And I guess we ran errands, came home and watched football. And at this time we were watching Designated Survivor, which I really enjoyed. Caught a little bit of Brooke's live. Yep. And then we all went over to Jessica's live. Yeah, I love watching their lives. So we did that. Oh, this is a pocket here. And this paper here, again, this is from Brooke's Christmas pack that I bought from her Etsy store. So I'm using a lot of that stuff. Then when we went out and about, what did I purchase? More notepads. Yes, because one can never have enough. My son was at home and he went to our art district here, and they had like a pop-up shop or something for some sneakers that he wanted. So he got some of those, went with a friend, had a lot of fun. That was that. Then this day here, This is just a giant pocket. And this right here, if you can't tell, it's a gnome. And I got this was inspired by a live that I had watched from Selena on Amour Fabriques. She is such an adorable lady, and I love watching her live. She's super fun to watch and super sweet. And so her and her daughter were actually making 3D gnomes, and they came out so adorable. I will link to the video below because they are so cute, and I want to try to make some for next year. She was using like a cone and wrapping fabric around it, and then she was using wool. I forget what it's called, roving, I guess. Wool for the beards. They were simply adorable. And then this is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I made look like a package. And let's see, yeah, it was quite chilly. This is another one of Brooke's hand-painted stickers. Love them. She's such a fabulous artist, like all around, well-rounded. She does everything, right? I love her, and she's a great friend to boot. So we went out and about, went to the library. We were on the search for my daughter to find a specific bag she wanted to give to her boyfriend's mom for Christmas. So I finished addressing all of my Christmas letters. I only had 62 to send out this year. Believe it or not, I used to send out 100 or more. So, yep. Caught some of Selena's live and a bit of Brooke's live. That's when I was watching the gnomes. And yeah. Oh, and then that night too, my daughter called me. She's so sweet. She calls me on the way home from work or, whatever. And we talk about her day, and it's always nice to catch up with her when we're away. And her kids had their Christmas cantata that night. So she sent me a link to the video, and they just did such a fabulous job. She was so, so proud of them. And it was just so cute, And then this right here is just a collage of stuff, I do believe I got these seals from Jessica's Christmas pack that I ordered from her Etsy store. This is, of course, a notepad. So we went out and about. Oh, we went out and about for a bag again. Oh, this needs to be glued down, I guess. Let's see. Oh, stopped off at Salvation Army. Yeah, and I found the cutest. You guys have seen this, I do believe. Is that all that's in here? Yeah, I guess so. The Klompen, right? The Dutch Klompen. Yeah, so I found those. Oh, and then this was so hilarious. We were looking for a space heater for the bungalow because it does not have heating in it. It only has air conditioning. And because, I guess, down here, down south, you don't really need a heater too often. So just like up north, people don't have central air conditioning, which I can't fathom because I live down here where we pretty much use air conditioning all year round. It's the opposite down here. A lot of people don't have central heating. So anyway, we went to what's it called? Like a hardware store to find a space heater, and they had this out in the front, right? A sled, a snow shovel, and a snow blower, and it says last one. I thought it was so funny. Yeah, the last snowblower in the Florida Keys. They did it just for fun, but it was really cute. It was super cute. Oh, I need to glue that down again, I guess. Okay, then let's see on here. Okay, so this background here is again a page from Brooke's Christmas pack. I just love it. I made a little paper clip with just a bit of fabric on it, and it holds this card in place. And then I fussy cut this Grinch out, and Bah Humbug. That's another one of Brooke's painted stickers. And then in here, what I did was, let's see. Okay, so I worked on some pages. It was a lazy day. We were watching cooking shows and Designated Survivor. Yeah, it was total lazy day. Some private journaling in here. And all I did with this is, it's a regular Christmas card. Oh, and I put this little thing. I had seen this on Facebook. So when I got home, I printed it out and stuck it on here because I liked what it had to say. And yeah, I just took a piece of scrapbook paper and glued it on the three sides and made a little pocket for this right here. So that goes in there, and it goes behind the paper clip to just kind of hold it in. Then this day here is just a lovely picture of Christmas greenery I found in a magazine. And yeah, it's not a pocket or anything like that. I just cut out a piece of scrapbook paper, layered up some of the scrapbook bits, and put a sticker on it to make a pocket. And this is just a tag from scrapbook paper. So, and then I glued a piece of notepad on top, you know. So, okay, so we were still down in the Keys on our staycation. I vacuumed and mopped the whole house. And yeah, it tuckered me out. Oh, and I was calling about a cleaning service for the bungalow, because occasionally during certain times of the year, we do have a renter that comes in. And so I just wanted the whole place deep cleaned, and I don't have the energy for that. So we were trying to get with the cleaning service, which she's actually my neighbor. So, yeah. So we were doing that. Caught Brooks live, and she was gonna work on her December daily, and then everyone wanted to see a live sale from some of the goodies she had picked up on her trip. And so, yeah, so she did an impromptu live sale. So that was a lot of fun. And I love her group, like the group in the chat. Like, they're so fabulous. It's just so fun. It's just really fun. Oh, and then we had some crazy rain and wind that night. We were under a gale warning for about 24 hours. Yeah, so that was that. And I think I'll just leave y'all here, and I'll catch you up on the rest, or hopefully the ending of December in the next flip through. So thanks for sharing your time with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a wonderful week. And I'll talk at y'all soon. Bye.